Julian Thorne, 45, the perfect brother, the trusted friend, the man who sat at every family dinner, watching his own child grow up in his brother's arms. This isn't just a story of a mistake, it's an autopsy of calculated, generational deceit. Julian and Michael were inseparable. Brothers, business partners, their wives, Sarah and Clara, were best friends. A perfect suburban tapestry. Except Julian, the older, more successful brother, saw something else. He saw Clara, his sister-in-law, not as family, but as an easy conquest. It was never planned, just happened a moment of weakness. Clara was always drawn to me, you know. She saw something in me Michael didn't. The first lie, a convenient excuse, the truth. Julian saw an opportunity, a power play. Clara was vulnerable, lonely. Michael was always busy, always looking up to Julian. The affair began in the shadow of family barbecues, late-night work sessions at Julian's home, while Sarah was asleep upstairs. Then Clara became pregnant. I was terrified. I told Julian. He just said to tell Michael it was his. Said he'd take care of us, like he was some kind of hero. Not a hero, a puppeteer. Julian's ultimate power move wasn't just the affair, it was the chilling oversight of letting his brother raise his child, forever cementing his secret into the very foundation of their family. Julian played the doting uncle, the supportive brother, while secretly signing the birth certificate of his own child, with his brother's name. The receipts of his betrayal run deeper than blood. Years passed, the love child grew. Michael doted on his son Leo, never suspecting the dark truth. But secrets, like rot, always start to show. Little things. Leo's striking resemblance to Julian, dismissed as strong family genes. Julian's over-attentiveness to Leo, rationalized as uncle love. I always felt a distance. Like Julian had a secret part of his life I wasn't allowed into. He'd get agitated if Leo was around too much, or if Michael and Clara planned trips without us. I thought it was just him being controlling. Sarah, Julian's wife, felt the cold tendrils of his deception, but couldn't place it. The family unit, once a beacon, began to subtly shatter. Conversations grew strained. Michael and Clara fought more, small arguments turning into bitter accusations. The weight of Clara's secret, combined with Julian's silent dominion, created a pressure cooker. This is the psychological toll of the lie. Julian's constant presence, his casual interactions with his own unacknowledged child, wasn't just cruel. It was a constant reaffirmation of his power, his intellectual superiority over his unsuspecting brother. His sense of entitlement was absolute. The collapse began not with a bang, but with a whisper. A quiet conversation between Sarah and Clara, a desperate plea for connection. A DNA test, driven by Sarah's lingering suspicion after overhearing a hushed argument between Julian and Clara. The results arrived on a quiet Tuesday. The receipts were undeniable. Leo was Julian's son, not Michael's. The truth hit Sarah like a physical blow. Her husband, her best friend, her brother-in-law, all victims of Julian's monstrous deceit. He stood there, looking me in the eye, and told me it was a mistake, a moment. What about 10 years, Julian? What about my son? My son Julian's response. Not regret, not sorrow. A cold, analytical defense. He claimed he was protecting everyone, protecting his career, protecting his image, protecting Clara from ruining her life. Every excuse, a fresh wound. Julian's betrayal wasn't impulsive. It was a sustained, calculated campaign of psychological warfare against his own family, and the true cost was just beginning to reveal itself. Julian Thorne's illusion has shattered. His perfect life is a ruin. His wife is gone. His brother, heartbroken and shattered, has cut all ties. The golden child he refused to acknowledge openly is now a symbol of his shame. This isn't motivation. This is an autopsy of a man who believed his desires were above all moral consequences. We aren't angry at the system. We're disappointed in the excuses. Julian didn't just break a marriage. He broke an entire family. He poisoned a legacy. He used his brother's love as a shield for his own depravity. This isn't a rant, it's a receipt. We've laid out the receipts. The evidence of Julian's calculated cruelty is clear. Now, the floor is yours. Was Julian a victim of circumstance, or a master manipulator who deserved every ounce of this reckoning? Was Clara a victim, or complicit in a decade of deceit? Tell us in the comments. We're reading every single verdict. How long should a man like Julian pay for such a fundamental collapse of trust and family? Let your voice be heard.